It's time to get the latest on the green and gold as we go in the huddle. In the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. In the Huddle is brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Now, here's Bill Scott and Green Bay tight end DJ Williams.
And we are back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. Joining me once again, my co-host, is DJ Williams. The Packers win streak now at 11 games against divisional foes, which is a quite an accomplishment when you roll off 11 straight against anybody, any division in football, and that was number 11 yesterday.
That was big time. These division games are huge. We're right now in a mindset called the division drive, and the cool thing is we go ahead and beat these Bears next week, we clinch the division, you know?
I think it's a foregone conclusion myself.
Yeah? I mean, I like how you're thinking, you know, but I have to be professional and say, you know, we got to focus on this game. But
you're saying I'm not professional?
I mean, I feel like you are, but me being on the team, I just have to, you know, be politically correct. And
you don't want bulletin board material, in other words.
I don't care. They can put it up. It is what it is, you know. We're going to go down there and play some football.
Well, they're a team that, I mean, they've dropped 4 out of 5, and they are not looking very good right now.
Yeah, they started off hot. What were they, like 8-1 with the only loss to us or something like that?
And it was their defense.
Yeah.
And their defense had so many takeaways, and they were scoring off turnovers. Special teams they had a couple returns for touchdowns. I don't think it's really too much of what their offense did. Their defense was really getting the job done. And as soon as the defense, you know, that just doesn't happen every game. It happened a lot for them, but all of a sudden when that dried up, now they are the Bears who we thought they were.
Fair enough. I mean, it is what it is. To be honest, like I said, week in and week out, all we can do is worry about us. And I feel like if we take care of our business, you know, maybe we'll go ahead and give them a lead at first, make it interesting, then go ahead and win at the end. And, you know, that's what we do.
If I were to tell you that going into a football game that Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to throw a touchdown pass, you probably would think that your chances of winning that game would be so-so.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't think we'd have a chance to win at all until you have a guy like my guest who came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, the first play of the game made a statement when this guy was coming up to tackle him. He was like, okay, we got a 5'7" little running back trying to run. I'm going to go blow him up. And that 5'7" running back gave him the business, you know what I mean? And pretty much set the tempo for the whole game, how it was going to be. So it was just it just shows how much talent and depth we have on this team outside of Aaron, you know, which is a phenomenal football player. And we, you know, put a lot of our trust in him. But you have a guy like DuJuan, he will be on the show later, just do something like he did. It's unbelievable what we have in this organization.
Well, I said to Leo before you got here, and the announcers didn't even know who, I mean, nobody knew he was in the game.
It's crazy.
They thought it was Alex Green, so when he gets that first carry, they called him Alex Green.
Oh, wow.
You know?
He's probably going to have something to say about that when he gets up there.
Yeah.
But after he did that first run, then I'm sure everyone around the country knew who he was.
Yeah, well, and then when he got 6 more chances and scored a touchdown.
And then more impressive, I mean, don't take offense, but, you know, he's 5'7". You see how he got up that wall in that limbo? Yeah.
I saw how Rodgers got up that wall. It wasn't very impressive.
It was. How slow did he look on that touchdown? But, hey, you score. I mean, he did his belt thing. Everybody's going crazy. And then another thing, I mean, DuJuan, he already had a great game, but now that he's here, he's probably going to have 3 touchdowns. You know, the karma of being on this show. Mike Daniels, who was a guest on the show, had a scoop, stiff arm score, and a successful limbo leap. So, I mean.
Did I not tell you he'd bring that up?
Yeah, of course I would.
I did.
Plug in for my show.
Absolutely. 35 straight games Aaron Rodgers had gone with a touchdown pass, so he'll just have to start that streak over again. Put yourselves in the position to win the division title next week, obviously, against the Bears. How about the snow? Are you pretty excited about that?
I was excited about it. Then I went home because it was a late game, so we have a chance to go home. I laid down on my couch. You know, I plugged up my snowman that I have outside. He blew up. I mean, not my snowman, my Santa Claus. I have a 12-foot Santa Claus outside. So I blew him up, and then I sat on the couch, and I kind of fell asleep. I woke up around like 3:45, like, oh, my gosh, we got to go out here and play in this cold weather. It's going to be wet. It's going to be snowing. But as soon as I got to the stadium, put on my jersey and looked in the mirror and noticed my arms were looking pretty good, you know, so then I got real pumped up, and really, honestly, it wasn't cold at all out there. It was.
Well, if you're a real man like those 3 Detroit Lions, you'd be running around without your shirts on out there in warm-ups.
They did that?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
They were.
I got to go ahead and throw my shirt off out there. That'd be good. And the good thing about it being cold, if you're not as chiseled as you want to be, when it's cold, it all kind of just freezes up, sucks up real good.
It does tighten up a little bit, doesn't it?
It makes you look a lot better than it actually is.
I tried that, though. It doesn't work.
You got to maybe below 20. You'll be good. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, all right. You know what? What I don't like about the nice setup that they have at Lambeau Field is that the ground is always so warm that it's going to take a blizzard for any snow to show up in the ground. I mean, if it's snowing hard, I want to see snow. I want to see those guys having to come with the shovels and the brooms and stuff and have to. I mean, I want good old-fashioned cold snow football.
I mean, that's you as you are sitting there watching and not on the field actually playing in it. I mean,
it's even for both sides.
I am perfectly fine with the way that the field that it was.
I mean, they don't throw you the ball anyway anymore. All you do is block. So
see, there was one play I was so open. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I think I've done good in it. But as a passing team, I mean, elements can sometimes go against you. So I think the way that it worked out is perfectly fine.
Okay. You know what? I think you need to tell Coach, though, that he's starting to get a little bit of a pattern when you go in and you're in that formation lined up kind of in the backfield there and you go block the middle linebacker, and then it's a delayed handoff every time. It's like a draw play.
Yeah, I mean, I go out there.
I mean, I'm reading that. If I can read that, you know, just think what the other team is reading.
Well, I mean, I go out there, too, and I tell them, hey, we're going to run this ball. You know what I mean? I'm coming right at you. What you going to do about it? You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, so,
I like that attitude. That's a good approach.
Don't be scared. You know what I mean?
You know what? James Jones, for the first time all season, dropped the ball.
Man.
He was having a heck of a year.
And it was a little easy.
Yeah,
it was the easy one. All them hard catches he's had, but it was that weather. I think the wind, the gust may have got it right before it got to him. I can't call it. He's had a phenomenal season. You probably need to get him on the show one week. I don't know how much better he can do. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, he really is. He's a good guy. Great story to tell, too. Mike Daniels.
Yeah.
We talked about him.
Good stuff. Wow.
At 43-yard fumble recovery. What were you? You know, the Lions are up 14-0. The time of possession. I mean, you guys had the ball for, I don't know, 7 minutes in the first half.
That was huge, and it came at the perfect time. I was on the bench actually sitting next to Tom Crabtree, and we're talking about, like, why are we digging ourselves in before I could say hole, then the fumble comes out. We're just like, okay. And then he picks it up. We're like, okay. And then he starts running. We're like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we're back in this thing. Let's go do this. So it was a big momentum shifter, and it's huge for us. Thank you, Matthew Stafford, for that early Christmas present.
Was because that's now counting a playoff game, that's 22 straight over the Lions, dating back to 1991. Yes. Was that something that you guys talked about amongst yourselves in the locker room, or is that just, you know, a byproduct of, you know?
Oh, I had absolutely no idea. We do take it very personal when we play the Lions, when you have plays like when Aaron threw the ball, then like 3 seconds later, Sue comes and hits. I mean, it's just the stuff they do is just very, I think, low down and low class for professional athletes. But I think that's been their motto, and that's what they think tough is. But they keep doing that, and that's their definition of tough. And it's not working because we just keep winning. So.
Well, and they're drawing penalties on it too.
I mean, that's very beneficial. I mean, I appreciate that.
They had 2 or 3 of of the routine ones where it's a no-brainer for the official to call. How about the? And they were
Morgan Burnett. So you about to bring?
Yeah, there were. You know what? There was I think 1 against the Lions. I think 2 against you guys that were just kind of borderline ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel very, very bad for Morgan Burnett, who's probably going to get fined. Who knows, $50,000 for. You know, just a great play on the ball. So.
Well, the only reason it came down to anywhere close to helmet in the area was because Calvin Johnson was falling down.
To where he already was, and he shrinked his target area, got low, and then Calvin went down there with him. I don't know if that's the referees just making a bad call or if that's just, you know, them saying, well, if I don't make this call, then someone upstairs is going to be mad at me and get me fired. I can't call it. But like I said, we just need to play football. I like the physical, aggressive football, and that's what we do in the Green Bay Nation.
I think they call it the itchy trigger finger.
Yeah?
From the officials.
I'm down for that.
All right, DJ Williams coming back. We'll meet our guest tonight. It's all coming up for Tanners and Kimberly in a moment. This is In the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. Back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly, transportation for our guests during the season brought to you by L&S Classic Limousine Service. Personal, professional service for all occasions. Call Lenny or Sue at 920-730-8297. Our program brought to you tonight and every night by Mills Fleet Farm. Our guest tonight on the program played 5 games last season in Jacksonville and scored the game-winning touchdown for the Packers in last night's 27-20 win over the Lions. He's running back DuJuan Harris. Or as the guys on NBC like to call you, Alex Green. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. Even before I started playing, some people got us mixed up. They thought I was playing early, but I was like, nah, I was on the sideline.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected 26 on the first play, but Mike McCarthy, he was bound determined that he was not going to let it happen 2 weeks in a row where he wanted to get you some carries and have you sitting on the sideline over there.
Yeah, and I was just being patient. Waiting for my turn.
Yeah, and then you, as we said earlier, you got 6 more chances, including a 14-yard touchdown run. And even DJ could have scored a touchdown run on that play because that was so wide open. Right, DJ?
Yeah. You know, I mean, I feel like I can score a touchdown every play, you know, but
if they just give you the ball, right?
Yeah, that's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I know how it goes. I wish they'd give you the ball. I really do.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, I do. Because you're a good guy. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what were you seeing besides that big, massive hole?
Oh, man, for one, all the credit to the offensive line. You know, it was perfect blocking, and I had to execute on it. So I took advantage of every moment of it.
Tell me about that first play of the game, because you pretty much lowered the shoulder and blew the guy up.
All right, well.
What did you say to him? Did you say something to him?
No, I just looked at him.
You just looked at him?
I just looked at him. I
you looked down at him.
Yeah, I didn't have to say much.
You didn't have to. I like it,
so, man. It was self-explanatory. So, but you know, it was a toss play, and I didn't have nowhere else to go. And I needed to finish strong, and it's been a while since I've been hit. So I figured, oh, well.
Felt pretty good, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Felt great. Felt great.
You know what he really said? He said, son, I'm 5'7", and if I'm looking down at you, it means you're on the ground.
Yeah. He said, get your weight up, little man.
And I put you there.
Didn't you? I like it.
So 5'7", that's a huge advantage, I think, in the NFL. And if once McCarthy realizes it, he'll give you the ball 30 times a game. Yeah. Because you kind of just hide behind guys back there, and then when you see that hole, you just explode.
Yeah, that's an advantage. You know, it's kind of tough to see us, but.
Is it a constant? Do people give you a hard time about being short all the time?
You know, I just tell them, you know, God made me vertically challenged, but he also gave me other things. Like he gave me some strength and he gave me speed.
I mean, like if you could just go back to the years when you went to like the State Fair or Six Flags.
I couldn't get on any rides.
And you couldn't get on the rides, you know what I mean? And everyone gave you a hard time. And now, and look at you now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they let me go on the rides now. So. Yeah, like I got banned from recess, baseball and football.
Why did you get banned? Elementary. Too little?
No,
No. Used to.
We had little plastic orange bats.
Yeah,
I didn't the bat.
No, so you're too strong.
And they
I
didn't
like
want
that.
me to play.
I didn't know they gave steroids at that young of an age, but it's cool.
That's how they make them in Florida.
Well, DJ, you can attest to this because as the season's gone along, it was slow going for the running game early on, but things have really picked up. I think you guys are averaging around 136 a game for the last 5 games on the ground,
nice.
and we're for a team that really emphasizes the pass, those are the kind of numbers that are pretty impressive because it's really going to open that passing game back up a little bit. Has it been any more of an emphasis now or in practice than it was earlier this season, or are things kind of just clicking now all of a sudden?
I want to say it's been an emphasis because we understand teams try to stop us by, putting everybody back in coverage, and now we're starting to try to run the ball. The offensive line is taking it personal. The running backs are running with a purpose, as you can see. Another great thing that we saw Sunday was when Ryan Grant got in the game and got that carry. You know what I mean? It was good seeing him. I mean,
that was a great back.
The way that it's working, the way Alex Green is running the ball, DuJuan's running the ball, and the way people have been hurt and other people have been stepping up. And now these teams are just like, man, we got to start putting people in the box to stop the run. I feel like that's what they're going to have to do. And then you're going to let Aaron Rodgers, pick defenses apart. I think we are starting to make that climb to the Super Bowl. So it's very promising and good to see.
Don Barclay did a pretty good number again yesterday.
Yeah. No Barclay. I mean, just, TJ's going down. He's stepping up. I remember one play exactly because, usually when I'm close to the line of scrimmage, they want me to hit this defensive end. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And so they start picking up on it, and it was Cliff Averill. He's the defensive end. I was like, okay, I'm going to blow you up right quick. And he looks, and he's like, then he looks at Sue, and he's like, let's switch. I'm like, oh, no. I was like, so he plays the defensive tackle, and Sue gets out there, and he's looking at me the whole time. I'm like, bro.
Hey,
I was like,
a dirty player.
What you want to do right now? You know what I mean? I'm just, so anyway, so I'm going up, and thank God he just goes inside, and Barclay just, hems him up, and he says, come here, little man. I like that. So, so Barclay's.
So you owe him one, in other words.
I mean, I'm not saying if Sue would have came out there, he would have got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
No question.
I mean, I don't know how much if he would have got, but, he would have got everything I got. So it's cool, yeah.
You went to college, played collegiately at Troy State. Where's Troy State?
Well, they changed it to Troy University.
Troy University,
yeah.
Okay.
So they always say Troy State.
We played against each other in college.
Is that down by, these guys over here said Alabama, is that correct?
Yeah, it's southeastern Alabama.
Okay.
Ask them about when they played Arkansas in college.
We didn't win.
Was it bad?
No.
No?
All right, the first time we played, our freshman year that was my first time actually touching the ball. It was on a return. I just pretty much ran scared. And it was like about 50-some yards, I think.
Dang, that's pretty impressive. 50 yards and a loss.
He returned the ball yesterday.
You see that?
Yeah, I did.
Kicking me that ball. I love that thing. Oh man, the coach is like, DJ, if they kick it up high, go ahead. You can fair catch it. I'm like, come on, man. This is my time to shine. I'm not gonna get on offense. I'm gonna see what happens.
I'm not gonna fair catch.
Not a chance. Let's go do this thing.
So how? What did you think of your new boy Bielema now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got y'all's coach, Wisconsin coach. Yeah. What about that?
Well, I think everybody, the sentiment around here is you can have him, but.
He hit 3 Rose Bowls in a row.
Yeah, but he's coached in 2 of them and he lost them both. So.
But he still got there, and he obviously has been listening to the show, and he's been like, "That guy DJ is awesome. I've got to go to Arkansas." You know what I mean? Yeah, but I've heard good things about him, and gonna get down there and get a chance to meet him. Hopefully, he'll still let me run around the place like I used to. From what I hear, that'll work out.
Pretty good with the alums.
Yeah, I heard he's a stand-up guy. Maybe a little salty the way that he left.
I heard he's a brown noser.
Is that what he is?
Yeah. I mean, there's another story out today that a letter was released that he had written to the athletic director, Jeff Long.
Oh,
is
Jeff,
that?
I know Jeff, yeah.
He wrote a letter to the athletic director commending Jeff on how he handled the Bobby Petrino situation.
Jeez.
He's been scheming for this Arkansas job for 2 years.
It's the SEC, baby. I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you got to write letters, telling the guy how good he is and how he's handling things.
He's very good.
Come on, can't you just get the job on your own merit?
He's very good with his words. He seems very charismatic. You know what I mean? And you seen his wife? She's pretty smoking. You know what I mean? So that probably.
So that's really why you're going back to Arkansas, huh?
Jeez. No, not nobody. I'm not a home wrecker. Not at all. But. Jeez, all right, we need to change the subject.
You brought it up.
I did bring it up on purpose, I know. But anyway, I'm so glad he's at Arkansas.
So what was your story in Jacksonville? I'll change the subject.
Appreciate that.
Down with the Jaguars last year.
Well,
how come they don't want to keep you around?
Well, it's a business. You just got to handle the situation, whatever comes up. So they made a decision to let me go after the 3rd preseason game, and I was only 3 carries in, so I ended up going to Pittsburgh for the last preseason game. They decided to let me go too. So I just realized, it's a business, and things happen for a reason. And now I'm here, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, we're happy to have you, no question about it. All right, we'll take a break. And we come back. It is email segment time, sponsored by Granite Peak. We'll be back with more in the huddle after this on the Woodward Radio Network. And we are back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. It's brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. In the huddle continues D.J. Williams and DuJuan Harris in Granite Peak ski area, receiving 5 inches of new snow on Sunday. Combined with the state-of-the-art snowmaking, the ski conditions are prime. Snowmaking continues daily at Granite Peak. With the holidays fast approaching, why not give the gift of winter? Granite Peak gift cards. Purchase gift cards for all ages in any dollar amount and make the skier or snowboarder on your list smile. Order today at skigranitepeak.com. Enjoy winter this season at the tallest and largest ski area in the state. That is Granite Peak. Pinch hitting again for us this week. Justin Hall is on assignment tonight. That means we bring in John Leopold. John, take it away.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
I'm sitting down here because my big fat head was blocking the videos, so I decided to sit down. Is that okay with you guys?
It looks good.
DuJuan, can you see me? Okay. First question. This one's for DJ. What is the worst thing about playing the Bears?
The worst thing about, I guess, jeez, I don't know. We win every time we play them, so I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything bad. There goes some bullet board material for you. I don't care. I feel confident.
All right. That was from Andy from Kingston. We're nice. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Andy? Andy's in the house.
I guess he's here tonight.
You gave me a chance to talk some crap. I like that. Appreciate it.
All right, here's one from Tammy in Sherwood. She said during NBC's pregame, they showed a couple of Detroit players warming up on the field with no shirts.
Yeah?
She wants to know, is there a chance you would ever warm up without your shirt on?
That's what Sherwood from Arkansas, of course. I really appreciate the love, and you know, if that's what the people want, then I guess you got to give the people what they ask for, right?
It's a little chilly out there. I don't know if you want to do that.
I already said, like, it sucks it up and makes it look better, so we're down. Tammy from Sherwood. I wonder. No, okay. I was about to say I dated a girl. Her mom was Tammy. That'd be a little weird, but it's all right.
You dated her mom?
No, I say her mom. Her mom's name. I called her Miss Tammy, so I'm hoping Miss Tammy isn't sending me that message. That'd be a little.
Jeez.
Oh man. All right, here's one from Zach in Kaukauna. Now that you have experienced playing in a little snow, what do you think about the idea of playing in a game where the field is covered by several inches of snow? Kind of like the Snow Bowl playoff game a few years back.
What do you think?
I'm from Florida, man.
He got palm trees and everything. We got
it would sweat on.
You guys, it would be an absolute blast.
You sweat on Christmas.
And then when you score a touchdown,
yeah.
then you lay in the end zone, you do a big snow angel.
Like Ryan
Wouldn't
Grant
that be
did.
excessive celebration, though?
Yeah, Ryan Grant did a snow angel last year and got fined like $20,000 for it.
Nah,
so
I ain't
I'll
gonna
pass on that snow angel.
Did he really?
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, there you go.
I may throw a snowball, you know, but.
Yeah, the D-backs, it's a lot tougher for them to cover you.
What
in
about
the
Will
snow.
Ferrell at the game? How awesome was
We heard
that?
that. Know that.
Wow.
I just found it out today.
Yeah, you just found that out
I just
today?
found it out
Did you
today.
not
I'm
see
like,
that?
that's tight.
I'm on the field. We got to get a first down to end the game, and I'm over here just looking at Will Ferrell singing the "Roll Out the Barrel" song. I'm like, that's Will Ferrell. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's awesome.
I just watched the campaign.
Yeah, he was on our station this morning.
Oh, it's a good movie.
He was on our station this morning, and he
Yeah?
sounded pretty rough.
Yeah?
He was on the Dan Patrick show.
What do you mean rough? Like you had a good night last night?
I think he had some fun.
That ain't, hey,
he had some
welcome
fun.
to Wisconsin, right?
Absolutely. All right, Dick and Appleton, it's for both of you. How did the players rate the Lambeau leaps of Aaron Rodgers, DuJuan Harris, and Mike Daniels? Who came out the best on that?
I'll answer this question. All right. So like I've already said, Aaron's was terrible. One, it took, what was that, like a 20-yard touchdown run, Bill?
Yeah, it was 27 yards.
27
You
yards.
know, you think the guy's in better shape than that.
It took him about 3 minutes and 15 seconds to get there. You know? So, and once he got there, you know, he, you know, do the jump. You know, some people kind of jump and push. He climbed up the wall, so it didn't work out.
He was like a little dog because that back leg was kicking a little bit, you know? He's trying to get up there.
I didn't push, though.
Oh, man. DuJuan's was probably the most impressive. Like I said, he's 5'7", getting up, and that wall is up there. I mean, I don't want to try it until I actually score, but it's a little nerve-wracking. And for him to get up there after that, it is very impressive. So I'd say DuJuan was impressive. And Mike, you can't criticize the D lineman trying to get up that wall. You know what I mean? It was more impressive him getting down. You know what I mean?
He broke that tackle.
Yeah, for sure.
He was a running back in high school, though.
He was a running back in high school.
Yeah, that's what I
heard.
He was
school
a running back
must
in
have
high
been
school.
terrible.
But you know what I'm saying? You ain't see the stiff arm?
I saw that stiff arm. He can move.
That's running back stuff.
All right, this one's for DuJuan. Let's see. Congratulations on your first TD. Did you get to keep the ball?
Oh, yeah.
If you did, what are you planning on doing with it?
I'm just not going to let nobody else touch it. Especially if my son come around. I can't play with that one.
Yeah. Can't even let your little man play with it?
He can't play with that one.
Jeez.
Not that one. I let him play with the other ones. The preseason.
I like that. The more you get, the better for us. I like
play
that.
the preseason from Jacksonville.
But they do a real neat deal. If somebody, like, on their first touchdown or have a ball that means something, you know, if it's a record-breaking ball, they the equipment crew will grab the ball, and they'll paste one side white, and, like, they'll imprint and whatever it is on one side of the ball, tell you a special thing. So he'll have a good little deal for his first touchdown. Very impressive.
Tight.
Yeah. Good for you.
All right.
All right, so that's all the time we have. We'll come back and we'll let you have the we'll let you name our winner. I probably think our winner should stay in house.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So we'll name the winner when we return. And one more segment to go. We'll continue talking football, and DJ has a little announcement on air. He already let us know who's going to be on the show off air, but we'll let him make that announcement on air when we return. Back with more after this from Tanners and Kimberly, and the Huddle continues on the Woodward Radio Network. Back at Tanner Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. Program brought to you tonight by Mills Fleet Farm. Back with DJ Williams and DuJuan Harris. And it's time to announce our Granite Peak email segment winner. Let's go back out to John Leopold.
Well, Billy, I think we got to stay in house on this, don't you?
Absolutely.
Andy from Kingston, you're going to win a Granite Peak ski package. So
Congrats.
There we go.
It.
Kingston's bringing it strong.
I love it.
All right, with the 3 games left, obviously you want to win them all, but it's got to start with the Bears on Sunday, and you guys can set the table pretty much with a victory over the Bears.
Yeah. I guess fortunately for us, the Bears still suck. So.
And they do.
Don't shoot the messenger. That's just what I've heard. So yeah. So
they've dropped 4 out of 5, and you know there's not a lot going for them right now.
You know they're going to bring their best. You know it's the oldest rivalry in the NFL, and it'll be a good game in Soldier Field, which is terrible, but it'll probably be nice and cold. Some good NFL North Division football.
Oh, I hate watching film on them.
You hate watching film on them?
Yeah.
Why's that?
The camera be real low.
Oh, yeah, they got terrible film over there. It's real. I know y'all don't understand. I wish I could show you, but I can't.
For the Bears?
Yeah, for the Bears. It's real weird.
Is it because of that spaceship stadium?
That may be how it is.
Yeah,
it's very hard to watch film on them. It's like they do it on purpose.
Yeah, they do. I think they do.
Yeah, for sure.
They have when you
Everybody
go.
else got it regular, but they just don't. They feel like they just need to be different.
When you go cover the game and you sit in the press box, you actually, when the ball is punted in the air or kicked off in the air or thrown high, you always lose. You always lose the ball.
Yeah. Soldier Field.
I've never been there before.
Nothing compared to Lambeau.
No.
Oh, that's an understatement. How about Adrian Peterson and the job he continues to do?
Beast.
Is he your MVP?
Yes, I would say so. He's the most valuable player for his team.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
How about the league?
He gotta be.
Yeah.
Because he produced more for that team than a lot of guys did for their other teams.
Dang, I really thought I was making a push for the MVP this year.
You still are. There's still 3 games left. You could change the mind of the voters, you know.
I got time. Yeah,
you could change the mind of the voters. RG3 went out with a sprained knee yesterday, but I did see a report late this afternoon that says there is actually a chance that he could even play this week.
I hope so. He's my fantasy quarterback.
Is he?
Yeah, I need him to come through. I'm the 3rd seed in the playoffs right now. I beat out John Kuhn, so he's out of the pot. So I'm good to go.
You're not worried about you're not going to go pick up Kirk Cousins?
No, not at all. I'll stick with RG3, and hopefully I win that fantasy league.
Need to slide,
It's over the regular season, right?
It should be, yeah. I mean, depending on what kind of league you're in.
Yeah, I need to win this thing. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm the commissioner and I'm behind, I might continue it a few more weeks so I can catch up.
No, the good thing, Kuhn is the commissioner, and he just keeps getting his head beat in. Like he'll text me like, DJ, you need to start so and so. You know, I'm like, I'm playing against you this week. Why are you telling me who I need to start in fantasy? He's trying to set me up for failure, you know?
Yeah, he certainly is. Colts 27-23 winners over the Titans, and they improved to 9-4. That's kind of an unbelievable story, too, with Andrew Luck. 6 comeback victories now in the second half for Andrew Luck.
Unfortunately, one against us,
yeah.
you know, but, you know, hats off to him, a rookie quarterback in that situation when they lost everything with Peyton Manning, then gained everything right back with Andrew Luck, and I feel like he's a first-class guy, and even though he's not with the Packers, I feel like when there's a player out there who deserves the respect and attention of, you know, everyone else who is a football fan, you know, we need to give it to him. He's done a phenomenal job, and so hats off to him.
Did you see Seattle 58-0 over Arizona? Larry Fitzgerald's dad came out and ripped the team for quitting. So I don't know if that holds any water or not, but Larry's dad came out and ripped the team.
He shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I feel like he should have just
stayed
in his place and be a dad and talk to Larry about it, you know, over Christmas dinner
Larry,
or something.
How do you feel about this, Larry?
Maybe a hot cup of cocoa, you know, but 58-0, that's very embarrassing, but it is what it is, whatever. And like I said, I can't stand when the Seahawks win because of what they did to us, but oh well.
I think that's a third.
Like I can't wait till we play them again. I feel like we're going to play them again
in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
Do you want to play them again?
I would love to play the Seahawks.
I don't know that you want to play the Seahawks.
I want to play them here in Lambeau.
I'd rather play the Bears or Atlanta.
I want to play the Seahawks here
in
Lambeau.
On our bye week, I went back to Troy for our game.
Yeah.
And I met Golden Tate's mother.
What'd she say?
I think his sister's getting recruited for track and field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does his mother say?
And she was like, I guess the track coach told her that
she think he got
I played
for
Green Bay, and she was like, oh well, you might not want to talk to me. And I was like, well, I was actually home when that happened. But yeah, I don't want to talk to you because I don't play this show again.
Hey, who's coming up on the program next week?
Oh yeah, my plug. Next week for everyone out there listening, and I know everyone here is gonna be here. It's a big brothers, big sister benefit. AJ Hawk will be in house. He's the guest. There'll be a lot of prizes given out. Need everyone to come out. This is huge because it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about giving back to people who need it. And so everyone come out and support. It is huge because if you haven't got enough vibe from me, I think giving is a lot more, it means a lot more than receiving. So come on and come on out.
That's for sure, because I'm surprised you still have your shirt on your back. That's how much you've been given.
Well, maybe not when I warm up next week. It'll probably be off.
All right, guys, good luck this week. And
my shirt not coming off.
Thanks for coming out. Congratulations on the touchdown. It's DuJuan Harris along with DJ Williams. I'm Bill Scott. So long, everybody. John Leopold, thanks for pinch hitting for us tonight. We'll see you next week in the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network.